Hi there, Pisces. Welcome to your 12 house spread for the second half of November. Let's just jump right on in here. In the first house of identity, your sense of self, your essence, everything that makes you you, you have the Seven of Cups. So this is a card of being spoiled for choice and almost like being paralyzed around making a decision. So this is an interesting placement in your house of identity. I'm wondering if you're just having difficulty deciding on kind of how to show up in the world. What's our clarifier say?
Clarify, saying Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles in your first house is about wondering whether the identity you're creating is really worth it, whether it's paying off, whether it's what you want. So it's a really good question to ask. These two cards kind of frame the questions for the next fortnight, and then we'll see how the rest of the reading answers that.
But I think the simple answer, Pisces, is get more in touch with you and trust that. Don't feel the need of kind. The sense I get is maybe feeling a need to be all things to all people. Come back to yourself.
Mm.
In your second house of what you're resourced with to bring about your abundance. So, resourced in terms of your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities that create your wealth, security, and abundance. You have the Two of Cups. So, this is about drawing on your higher self. This is a card of communication. That is the staff of Hermes that represents communication. So the sense that I get here is what you're gifted with, Pisces, is communication. So communication, communicating ideas, thoughts, dreams, hopes is what you're resourced with. Your skill and gift and ability of communication is what you're resourced with to bring about your abundance. What's our clarifier say?
Clarify, saying Six of Wands. So whatever it is that you're working on to build this abundance for yourself, it will be congratulated, celebrated, recognized. Even though there may be some people who may have their eye on your success and try to bring you down, it's this matter of staying true to yourself and sticking to your values that at the end of the day, you can look in the mirror and know that you acted with integrity no matter what happens. And that's what will be celebrated.
Stay humble, Pisces. Don't get a big head about this incoming success, is also what that card indicates. But you are a pretty humble sign, most of you. So, in your third house of communication, ideas, what you're thinking, how you're thinking it, is the Five of Wands. So, this is a card of conflict and competition. So, I wonder if what you've got going around in your head is like, oh, the competition's too much. I can't possibly succeed with so much competition out there. That might be your self-talk or how you're communicating to yourself. And I would really challenge that and come back into a spirit of what can I learn from the competition and how can I cooperate? What's our clarifier say, Em?
Clarify, saying Two of Pentacles. So I think the competition and conflict and learning through that is about balance. So when you're feeling very drawn to one particular solution or approach or way of doing things, paying attention to what alternatives there are out there and also recognizing that the duality doesn't have to be only as it is, that there may be a third option. So broadening your perspective and embodying that position of objectivity, of stepping back and surveying what's actually going on before making a decision.
In your fourth house of home, family, chosen family, how you feel at home in the world and how you feel at home in your own skin, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is great opportunity coming in. This is inspiration in the area of your chosen family, home. I think what's happening is if you've got a family business, there's a new opportunity coming in. So harness that potential because ultimately this is just about potential. If you're hoping to create a family of your own, it's looking good. There's a lot of potential for that opportunity there. So harness that energy. What's our clarify say, Em?
Clarifies saying, we've got the King of Cups. So in the fourth house of home and familiarity, the King of Cups is about emotional wisdom, having done a lot of inner emotional work to understand when to dip into that emotional mind and when to draw back into wise mind. So the King of Cups in the fourth house, maybe there is someone around you that provides that energy and also a part in you that's actually lending that wisdom out to the rest of the people in that environment.
Lovely. In your fifth house, Pisces, of creativity, creative expression, letting your inner child shine, letting your light shine, and as I always say, dance like no one's watching, you have the Ace of Swords. So if you're working on something creative at the moment where your inner child is really leading the way, this suggests great success coming in for you. It's also about truth prevailing. What's that clarifier say?
It's saying 10 of Cups. So truth prevailing indeed will bring a lot of success, completion, a sense of happiness and accomplishment, togetherness with family, and the cups are emotional fulfillment. So in the fifth house of self-expression and connection to that vulnerable part in you, the child, that inner child, it would feel very complete and just really happy. So good vibes.
Keep the creativity going, Pisces. In your sixth house of work and health and discrimination, as in choosing wisely for yourself, you have the strength card. So I feel like you're in the workplace, you're showing a new strength. You're not afraid to show your strength. I feel like too, you've been really patient around whatever you're working on, whether it be the actual workplace or a creative work project. You've been really patient, and that patience and hard work is going to pay off. What's our clarifier say?
Hmm. Sixth house clarifies saying 3 of Cups. So, in work, in health, in making choices, whatever it is that you go with, there will be celebration. It'll feel like a shared celebration. You won't be alone in this feeling, and everyone's going to be so happy for you. So, this is a really good time. People who aren't sharing in that celebration won't really take the limelight in this situation. I think it will just be very positive energy again, like the fifth house.
Fantastic, Pisces. In your seventh house of relationship, you have, wow, what a great card. You have the Temperance card showing up there. So, in your seventh house of relationship, whether that be intimate partner, business partner, friendships, what you're kind of relating to strongly at the moment, this card suggests that you're purifying something, you're aiming for gold. So in the tarot, the Temperance card is about alchemy, and that's turning lead into gold. So what are you purifying? What are you trying to get to its most pure element in your relationship? So maybe you're trying to show up in your relationships as the best version of you possible. Or I just got the sense, for those of you looking for love, maybe you're holding out for the most pure ideal. And there's that expression, the perfect is the enemy of the good. So while you want to hold to your ideals and your values, let's not be unrealistic. So let's see what our clarifier says.
I love that, Fran, and definitely the idea of the one and only. I feel like it's such a big myth that can be so dangerous if we lean into that too much. The clarifier is the High Priestess. So I love that. This is deeper wisdom, knowledge, understanding, in touch with the greater mysteries of the universe. The High Priestess knows how to utilize her intuition. So this is a reminder to tap back into that deeply profound wisdom that you hold, Pisces, that you've grown through. You're the 12th sign in the zodiac. You carry all the wisdom and experiences and traumas as well of the signs that came before you, and you know how to use that well. So, yeah, don't stay shallow with this. Go deeper and see how others can support you in that process too.
Lovely. In your eighth house of transformation, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So, Pisces, I get the sense that you're asking yourself, whatever you're working on, is it worth it? I think you put in a lot of hard work, and perhaps you're just thinking, "Oh, is it ever going to happen? Am I ever going to see the results of what I'm working on here?" So, this landing in your house of transformation suggests to me that this mindset is going to be transformed, and you are going to see the fruits of your labor. What's that clarifier say?
We've got the Ten of Swords. So even though this may look like a very ominous card, it's just really great in the eighth house because of that transformative aspect of experiencing difficulty in life. But the figure laying there with the swords in their back has their fingers in the symbol of the Hierophant, and the Hierophant represents a blessing coming through the universe. So This is really deep change. It's deep insight. There's nothing shallow and superficial about this, and it's very much needed. It may have been that you experienced something really difficult recently, and you're wondering, how the hell am I going to get out of this situation, out of this thinking? But this is coming because it's sitting in that eighth house of transformation. So, really looking forward to a different perspective coming through, and that being supported by the card that came up in this house previously.
And I got really strongly for you, Pisces, that this past hurt has strangely turned out to be a blessing in disguise, as Em was suggesting. And this past hurt is really the engine room to this transformation that you're going through. It might be a little bit like, I'll show them, or whatever's driving this transformation has come from this past hurt, and something wonderful is going to come from it. So a little bit like Phoenix rising from the ashes. So in your eighth house, ruled by Jupiter, so all things luck, expansion, travel, adventure, higher mind, spiritual seeker. Wow, what a card. You've got the Ten of Pentacles, so best card in the tarot. This represents everything you could wish for, hope for, want, desire. And this showing up in your ninth house. Wow. I feel like whatever you've been seeking is seeking you. I feel that whatever expansion you have been wanting to walk into the direction of, this expansion is now opening up for you. So, yeah, brand new adventures coming in for you. So, yeah, what's our clarifier say?
Oh, the Four of Cups. We haven't seen this one in a little while. So the expansion and higher thinking seems to be coming through as an offer. Um, Maybe at this time, Pisces, you're feeling like you're doing the same old, and then the same thing has come through, and you're like, oh, another opportunity. I've taken this up before. It's been terrible. I don't want to go with this. But this may be the time to actually look at it from a new set, fresh set of eyes. That's what I'm trying to say. New eyeballs. So having new eyeballs to look at this new offer, and what will come through is a different benefit. So even if it may feel like you've been there before, it's good to change perspective with that.
Wonderful. In your 10th house of career, your contribution to the world, your status, your public facing image, you have the death card. So don't freak out here, Pisces. I feel that the death card is just saying out with the old, in with the new. Death is transformation. It's shedding an old skin like a snake does. It's also a little bit like, if you're into gardening, just pruning back so the new life can come through. So I feel like there's a breath of fresh air coming in for you around career and what you're trying to bring in, your contribution to the world, whatever you're trying to bring through. So transformation, new start, shedding an old skin, rebirth, renewal, regeneration, pretty much everything starting with that's positive. What's our clarifier say?
The Wheel of Fortune in the 10th house of public facing image and status. The Wheel of Fortune is luck is turning your way. So if you've been experiencing a little bit of a stifling or like a challenge, this may be news that it's going to shift for you. And it's also about, every card that we pull in the reading, it's about what action you can take. So the Wheel of Fortune asks you, this is the time to meet challenges where they're at, address them immediately, rather than letting things slip under the rug and then manifest well, actually not manifest, but just build in terms of resentment. So we want to avoid that. It's good to address things as soon as you can.
Lovely. Pisces, full confession. This dropped out and I was really tempted to put it back in and pull another card. But then I thought, you know what? It wouldn't be a Pisces reading without the Three of Swords, because you know what, Pisces, this is what you've healed from. And this goes to the depth and capacity of your healing. So your capacity for healing is so great and so profound that you go down into it and you come out the other side. So this showing up in your 11th house, perhaps you've been wishing for this period to be over, and it suggests that it absolutely is coming to an end. You're healing from this, and this healing is going to reap great rewards for you. So whatever you've been wishing for, this healing is going to allow that wish fulfillment to be realized.
Beautiful. And the clarifier is the Justice card. So this is even better. I feel like The benefit that's coming through to you in this wish fulfillment will also be a sense of justice, a sense of fairness, not about revenge or exacting. It's like, it's almost like karma, maybe, or feeling like you're getting rewarded for what you've put in universally. It may also represent a legal win, so something supportive around there, but also just a general sense that you're ready, you're speaking from a place of fairness and integrity, and no one can kind of shake that from you. So that's really reassuring.
Really beautiful. Pisces, finally, the 12th house, your house, Pisces, you have the moon. This is
Mm.
also your house, your card, Pisces. So this showing up in your 12th house of spirituality. So the 12th house is all about the unconscious made conscious or the hidden made visible. So I feel like what's being asked of you is to go more deeply into your intuition. That's going to serve you and allow you to bring through the great, great potential that is coming through in this reading. So I think a time to trust your intuition, Pisces, and that will all anything that's hidden in you that wants to come through. Intuition is key for bringing that through to supporting you. What's our clarifier say, Em?
Yeah, I really second that. This fell out of the deck while I was shuffling. So the Ten of Pentacles is just the best card to have in the 12th house, I reckon, because all that intuition and growth and checking out the shadow side and integrating the shadow into yourself, Pisces, will really bring through this great news. There's going to be unexpectedly good news coming from someone you didn't think would be bearing that news. That's what this card is saying, but also ultimately just a sense of celebration, completion. There's so many different icons in this card that are connected to previous cards that everything you've been through up until this point will be worth it. So nothing will be wasted. That's just really reassuring. So what a wonderful reading. It feels very much like a journey through at the beginning, that uncertainty in the first house, moving through to celebration and emotional fulfillment, your intuition, blessings, and justice to finally result in this Ten of Pentacles. So great accomplishment. Thanks for reading with us. And remember to like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you in a fortnight.